Hi everyone, my name is Favor. A big shout out to the facilitators and directors of the Employment Bootcamp. I want to especially say thank you to the program director, Naomi Lucas. Like, this bootcamp was really a whole lot, and every stage in this journey was something worth it. It was worth it, and I really appreciate by the employment bootcamp in general. Why I applied for it, I was at this point in my life where I wanted to have a definition for my career. I wanted something where I wanted clarity about my career, but there was a bridge in knowledge. Yes, there was a bridge in knowledge about what I wanted, and how do I position myself to get what I actually wanted. And joining the employment bootcamp course one was really like an igniter for what I actually wanted. We had different level sections, which was more like a game. You know, that's kind of game. Like, you can't proceed to the other level until you are fully approved and you pass a particular level. So our level one was actually talking about. So level one was actually about understanding who you are. To me, it was more like discovery of purpose in this my career journey. I thought I knew myself better. I thought I knew what I wanted, not until I started this journey in the employment bootcamp. I had to sit down to think like, Favor, do you really know what you wanted for your career? So it was more like redefining and clarity. Yes, clarity about my strengths, my weaknesses, what can I offer? Who am I? Yes, who am I? So I had to sit what my strength was, who I was, what I wanted, and it was really an eye opening for me. I sat down for like days. I was trying to reflect, and really, I was glad with what I actually drafted. Yes, I moved on to. So the next level was level two. Level two was about building your personnel. Building up your personnel made me speechless, honestly, because there were some things I've actually heard of, but I felt like it doesn't apply to me. It doesn't have, that kind of nonchalant graduate mindset, like, oh, we go play and last. But really, at this point, I knew it really mattered to me. So it was about portfolio building. Like, how do I drive visibility online? Okay, I say I I want to become an auditor. How do I present myself? Who needs to know about me? How do I how do I communicate the things I have? It's one thing to have something, it's another thing to know how to effectively communicate what you have to the right audience. So it was more like building these effective communication skills, portfolio building. It was really a whole. So level three was about designing my career. Yes. I had moved from level two, which was building my personal. I know, okay, this is my portfolio, and level three was understanding. I had to understand the labor market. Yes, this my experiences in level two. How do I present it to the labor market in such a way that they can actually see value in what I was bringing to them? I had to do a skill audit, conduct research online, and create a career map for myself. Yes, the map was going to be like a guide for me throughout the journey in my career path. So after my level three journey, I moved on to level four. Yeah, I forgot to mention there was always an assignment for every stage, and the assignment is not something you just do sharp and just submit. No, you have to take your time, because if you don't do it well, no, you can't go to the other stage. So level four was like crafting my own story. Yes, crafting my story. Crafting my story was more like, okay, nobody can tell my story for me. I can only tell my story, and people will only look at me from the perspective wherein I present myself. And crafting my story was more like my CV. Yes, your CV. Your CV is what was going to tell people about who I actually was. And I learned how to create portfolios and how to create cover letters. Yeah, I had some CVs before. Yes, I knew there was this ATS machine that do scanned CV when you wanted to apply, but I was like, oh, all of them are scam, all of them are scam. But reality dawned on me. Yes, I knew it was very, very real, and I came to that point where yes, I had to be serious about it, and I got the opportunity to create my own CV using the ATS standard and create cover letters. It's not enough to just use a particular cover letter to just apply for all the jobs you want to apply for. But it would be more nice if your cover letter it's well detailed in accordance to the particular role you are going to apply for. So I really learned a lot how to sit down, okay, and do lots of brushing up on my CV, and I was glad. I was glad I did that. Yeah, so I got to level 5. Yeah, I got to level 5, which was about scouting the terrain. So scouting the terrain was like it was more like okay, finding the opportunities that are around you. You know, you can't be in a place and be blinded to the opportunities around you. So level 5 was more like eye opening of things I've never really thought about before, but I got to know that okay, wow, this is actually it. Okay, in a place where you discover there is no opportunity, how can I create my own opportunity to fit what I actually wanted? So, and then I moved on to level 6. So level 6 was rising up to the challenge. Yes, rising up to the challenge on how you can actually see a job plan through. Let's say, okay, you intend to apply for this job. What are the necessary things you need to equip yourself with? How to prepare for an interview? And guess what? Guess what? Guess what? We actually did. What's it called? Yeah, we had like a intergroup interview. I'm actually in Team Jazzberry. Yeah, the names they even gave to us was quite funny. Like really, yeah. We had an interview with Team Orange, so there was more like an interview between us. I was thinking, well, we'll just show up. But no, no, no. This one was more like a serious interview. So it was not something that we could just appear near. So it was really, really interesting. It was really, really interesting. The interview between the two teams. And then we moved on to level 7. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Level 7 was actually about claim your victory. So I learned how to negotiate a fair deal. Like, okay, this offer I'm getting from this job, is it fair to me? Like, is it really fair? Is it really fair? Because I've been in a situation whereby I was being asked, okay, what I wanted as a salary. And I felt no, I couldn't answer. I knew what I wanted. I had a particular amount of what I actually wanted in my head. But the question just came to me as a shock because in my head I was believing these people should have like, okay, this salary is what they pay for this role. It was then I got to realize that some organizations, though they might have a particular amount which they pay for a particular job role, but when they realize the employee does not know how to bargain and you bargain something lower, they end up paying you that particular amount. So it's something I learned that I should prep myself ahead that okay, this is what I want. Come rain, come sun, I'm emphasizing that this is what I actually wanted. So I'll try and negotiate a fair payment that I feel okay, it's fair on the employer's part and it's fair on me as an employee. How do I review my employment contract It's not enough to just accept the contract and sign. I have to go through the terms and condition binding this particular employment I actually want to accept. Are they favorable to me? What are the benefits that is accrued to me aside just okay, this is your monthly salary? Are there other benefits? The benefit, is it worth it? I had to go through it and how to close a recruitment process successfully. Yeah, level 8 was more like thrive, thrive. How do I intend to thrive in this new workspace? How do I intend to thrive in the place where how do I intend to thrive in a place where I am new to the environment? I need to understand diversity. I need to understand equality. I need to understand how the environment really works. And I learned about how do I navigate office policies, politics, yes. How do I manage myself as an entrepreneur, and how do I overcome societal pressure? Sometimes one might be under pressure because you're just new to the job and all of it. How do I learn to manage all of this in such a way that nobody will come and pressure me? Yes, I don't want pressure. So, like, how do I take all of this new phase in a way that I'm mentally stable, my workflow is going on smoothly. So how do I thrive in this new workspace where I've found myself? So it was really amazing for me. I did a lot of noting down. I did a lot of um um diary note keeping. Yes, I did a lot of that in this thriving session. The weekly life review session, yes. You know that kind of feeling where you go through something and you have the theoretical aspect of of what you're actually reading and doing the assignments. The life review session was mind blowing. Like, I mean it when I say mind blowing, because it was more like, okay, you are seeing people to come and explain this thing to you in clear terms. These people have practical experiences, so they are coming to tell us how it actually works out there. So they were giving us practical experiences, and it was more like these people were telling us the real story going out there, and they are giving us, let me just say, inspo of how to do it to escape pitfall that probably they might have made during their time, and they were just sharing those things to us free of charge. Life review session is not something you would want to miss for anything. Yes, trust me, it's really an opportunity where you get to ask questions troubling your mind. And no, I don't even know what to actually say about the life review session. The Slack community. At first, when I was told that okay, I had to download this particular app Slack, I was like, all this hap stuff. But when I got there, really, this Slack was indeed a community to really bond, because I got to meet my fellow housemate. Let me just use that word. I got to meet my fellow teammates where we had different sessions together. And trust me, the community was always booming. We had different what's it called, game sessions, and there was always winners for it. We had some little stuff that was really making the group to be bubbling. Yes, it was always bubbling. My team and team sessions. Yes, I'm a proud member of Team Jazzberry. Yes, you heard me correctly, Jazzberry. Thumbs up to my team lead, yes, Grace Carlo, and my able team coordinator, Deborah. Yes, they were really amazing. And the team, yes, they were really amazing. There was cooperation, there was unity, and there was love. I'm glad to be part of that team Jazzberry. I had friends. Yeah, there was this particular friend, John. He was always there for me. I'd be like, John, what's going on? What's going on? Yes, I had a team buddy. Yeah, my team buddy. was helpful to me. Some it was helpful to me sometimes when I needed help. I couldn't meet up with meetings, and all of it I could meet up to him, ask him questions, gives me updates sometimes when I can't meet up. And yeah, my team body was really helpful. That slogan that says don't do life alone, we don't work alone. I think it's Liverpool. Yes, never work alone. It was really helpful for me. And I forgot to mention this about life review session. It was during our life review session I got to meet somebody. I met this particular person, John. Yes, he was actually into something that was quite interesting. He was into voice over, and that was how I met this particular friend, John. And ever since then, conversation, he has been very helpful. I got to meet him during our life review session. What I didn't know prior to now, but as a result of participating in the employment bootcamp that I knew prior to now, I I really do not make much emphasis on JD, that's job description, but I got to know how important it was reading and reading to ensure that if this job description is something that actually suits what you want. So ever since then, I take my time, like regardless of how badly I want the job, I take my time to sit down. This JD, does it align with my values? Does it align with my goal? I don't just want to apply just everywhere. I just wanted something that was just spectacular, like relating to me. Okay, what career moves did I take, or what things did I put in place as a result of my participating in this employment boot camp? I had to sit down to revamp my CV. I became more, I had clarity of what I actually wanted now, and I became strategic about it, about every job I want to apply for. I take my time to go and know about the firm I actually want to apply for before applying. Okay, how the recruiting process of this particular firm is, I try as much as I can to gather information. All of these things, I started taking it very serious ever since I joined the employment bootcamp. What I have to say to others who may actually want to apply, really, there are a whole lot, but I'll just say a few. The employment bootcamp is not scam. Really, if you really want exposure, if you really want clarity, if you really want to discover your career path, if you really want to stand out, if you really want something great, you don't just want something ordinary, really, for real, no be joke. The employment bootcamp is where it should be. It's something that will give you opportunity to thrive, and trust me, you won't regret every process because you have the exposure, the right information, the influence. Like, you are just positioned. The employment bootcamp will position your career. Yes, really, they will give you clarity on what you actually want. I'm really glad I'm part of this cohort one. I'm really glad. And once again, thank you to all the collaborators, to every persons who contributed to making the employment bootcamp a success. I would really love to say thank you. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. We are really grateful. Ta-da! Bye-bye!